machines or sequence of equipments as per the requirement. So we have gone through the types of layout in the industry. So first layout, that is the product layout or line layout. So you have to make the arrangement of all machinery as per the product requirements. It should be normally in one line. Examples last times I have given about the sugar industry, then steel rolling mills, textiles, petrochemical industry, paper mills. So here's product layout or line layout means arrangement of the machines or sequence of the machines. It should be in one line means one operation of that product is over, then it will go to the next stations. Then next stations, little bit operations will get complete. Then it will go to third station and it will continue. Rolling mills. So first reduction of the big rolling parts. After that, step by step reduction is there. So here's we require the line layout or product layout. Examples other than sugar industry, paper mills are there, textile mills are there. Then different types of the rolling mills are there. Here, main advantages of the product or line layout, that is the smooth flow of materials. Means once the raw material will enter, last station you will get the finished product like this way. Now, in this case, uh, to transfer the material from one stations to the next stations, normally conveyors it has been installed. This is called a mechanization, and here's material handling cost is very less. Less type of the work in a process, easy to inspections, effective production planning and controls, and maximum utilization of all floor phase and three types of resources, that is the man, material, and machine. But at the same time, this product or line layout having certain disadvantages. So initially, this installation of this line or product layout, it is very expensive. Initial cost is very high. Now, this line layout is inflexible. We cannot change. And here's very difficult for supervisors. Expansion make it stop, and any breakdowns will happens in the lines. The total lines will get a stop. So this is the uh, product layout. Last time we have discussed about this product layout. You can remember all these things by keeping one or two examples: steel rolling mills, textile mill, sugar industry. It is the arrangement of the all machinery as per the requirement of the operation on the product. Once you enter the raw material, last stations you will get the finished product. So like these things will be there. Main disadvantages: the initial capital cost for product or line layout, it is very high, inflexible, and here is no scope for further expansions. The stoppage of the one of the machines, whole lines will get stopped. So like this things always be appears in the product layout. Next, the layout we have seen about the process of functional layout. So this is the process of functional layout. This is designed for non-repetitive intermediate type of production. Low volume is there, variety of jobs are there. In this case, we can use the process or functional layout. For this, last times I told to remember our workshop, this is one of the process layout of functional layout, because here's the job that is not fixed. It may be repetitive or may not be repetitive. Depend upon situation, jobs will get changed. And after this, we required to change each and everything in the process. So heat treatment shop, our workshop, forging shop, press shops. These are the examples of this process layout or a functional layout. And this layout having certain advantages, flexibility is there, scope for future expansion is there, maximum utilization of equipment means common equipment we can use, then low investment is required for this, better working condition is there, higher output rate is there, and better supervisor and production planning and control purpose. So these are the advantages of this. Disadvantages related to our process or functional layout, inefficient material handling because jobs will get changed each and every time. Inefficient material handling here we cannot go for mechanizations, less or uneconomical floor phase, high inventory investment is required, high initial cost of the supervisions, skill labor is required because one man can handle more than two, three machines, skill labor is required, work in progress problem is there, less lack of line balance and coordinations. These things are always be there in process or the functional layout. So up to here we have studied. Now let us we go to the next layout and their difference. So last time few points difference between product layout and process layout through the PPT we have seen. Now here fixed position and cellular or boot technology layout is there. You can observe these figures. 1 minute you can observe these figures. Fixed positions, cellulars or group technology layout. Last time we have seen the difference between product or line layout, then process or functional layout. Now, these lectures will going to see fixed positions or next name is static layout, then cellulars and group technology layout. So you can see the first figure, fixed position, static layout. So this rectangular shape, this is actually working area. So before this, you can remember one example. Big product is there, just like ship, aeroplanes, the different types of the rollers which is used in rolling mills, crushing units, big jobs are there. Uh, that jobs are very heavy and it is very difficult for handling purpose. Under such situations, we can use fixed positions or static layout. Is that position that is the fixed. So this rectangular surface, it indicates that the working area means your ship, aeroplanes or big product which is unable to handle, we can fix at particular positions, and around this we can use the different types of tools, machines, equipments, and one side the data information, knowledge we can force, and one side the whatever the small component required for the assembly, it will get supply from this. So this is the fixed position static layout. So here this is the working area. The tools or machines, equipment, like this way. Subcomponent will be there. Data information here will assembly there will be there. So this is the actually the layout normally is in our defense services, the big shipbuilding, railway also we can use railway coaches because it is too difficult to move these parts from one place to the next place. So in simple way, in this fixed position layout, the component which is going to manufacture that is fixed, and all equipment, tool, machinery, measuring instrument, quality control part, sub-assembly part, we can supply to that place. So this is called fixed position or static layer. Now, in the similar fashions, you can see that cellular or group technology layout. So here is the layout. Drilling machines, all types of drilling machines, vertical drilling machines, radial drilling machines, the bench type of drilling machines, all types of drilling machines should be in one place. Nearer to this, maybe your planner, maybe your lathe machine group is there. Now group indicates grouping all machinery together. Drilling machine, all drilling machine, radial drilling, vertical drilling machines, multi-spindle drilling machines should be at one place. Lathe, all types of lathe, maybe light duty or heavy duty lathe should be there. CNC lathe should be there. Planners, all types of planners, shaper should be one place. Then H boring means horizontal boring machine. After that, vertical boring machine. So all these type of machines which required for facing purpose or flattening purpose, we can group together. Inspection stations, this is only one station where the component will get inspected. Then saw, all types of saw, maybe cutter saw, slitting saw, bend saw, hex saw, all these saws should be at one place. Welding, all types of welding, maybe arc welding, seam welding, TIG, MIG welding, thermite welding, laser welding, it should be at one place. After that, heat treatment, all types of heat treatment, case hardening, through hardening, surface hardening or induction hardening should be one place. And after that, the assembly and receiving the component means the dispatch and receiving the component from the outside. So like this layout is called a group layout or cellular layout. It is one of the cells, drilling machine cells, planner cell is there, lathe cell is there. So that's why the name is given cellular or group technology. Next name is group, means grouping of similar types of machine at one place. So this is the diagrammatically difference between fixed positions and your group technology layer. Next point, in case of fixed position or static layout, material and subcomponent are positions at fixed position because they are either big or the heavy. Material handlings may be uneconomical. So here's we cannot use the crane conveyors for this purpose. So material handlings may be uneconomical. Man machines are moved to the place of material for necessary operations. Examples, we can take the examples of this example. Hydroelectric turbine. So you might have seen this big example hydroelectric turbines means we can generate the electricity, turbo generators, then shipbuilding, shipbuilding, big ships are there, aeroplanes are there. We can make this type of layout. Locomotive industry. This is the one of the examples means our railways and we can use locomotive. Locomotive industry means just like railway, aeroplanes, the big parts. Only you have to remember when a product size is very big, high, it is too difficult to move from one place to the next place. We can use such type of layout. So you can remember these examples under fixed position or static position, hydroelectric turbines, turbo generators, shipbuildings, locomotive industry, railway industry. So here we can use fixed position layout. Now similar examples in our the cellulars or group technologies uh, in different group technologies. We are using some of the examples of group of the cellular technology layout. Example, it, it, so heat treatment shaft, maybe case hardens or two hardens, all shafts we can make under this. Then manufacturing of different types of the automobile components or press component uh, here we required automobiles component, auto component, auto components, then different types of the this product which is used in the assembly of uh, fertilizer industry, food processing industry, the small components or the gear assembly of uh, gearbox. Here we can use this gear shop. Here, okay. Here our sprocket manufacturing industry. So we can use this type of a layout. Okay. Now this is the second the examples related to group technology and your fixed position layout. Now, this type of layout normally batch production purpose we can. Any example we can take for batch production. Batch production. Any component, batch production is there, special production is there, special purpose machines manufacturing, SPM machines. We can comes under this. If you are manufacturing special purpose machines, then we can make this type of a layout. So this is called group layout. Now, third point, C point under fixed position and under group technology. C point, uh, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this? But before going to advantages and disadvantages, once again I will repeat this and then I will go for uh, the third point, that is C point. So here's a difference between fixed position and group layout. You can see on the blackboards whenever component is heavy, big sizes, they are unable to move from one place to next place. Such type of component manufacturing, the component or manufacturing area that will remain fixed, and all machine tools, equipment, measuring instrument, knowledge, the data information and sub-component required for assembly, it will get supplies to the work area. The examples already I have given: hydroelectric turbines, turbo generator, shipbuilding, aeroplane manufacturing, locomotive, just like railway. We can use this fixed position layout. Then cellular layout means similar type of machines we can group together. Drilling machines, all types of drilling machines can put in one place. All types of lathe machine can put in one place. All types of planer shapers in one place, all types of horizontal boring machine in one place, all types of vertical boring in machine one place. And for this common inspection station is there. After that, cutting machine, all types of saw, hacksaw, bend saw, slitting saw, it should be in one place. Welding, all types of welding, arc welding, seam welding, laser welding, TIG, MIG welding should be in one place. Heat treatment should be one place. So this is the cellular or group layout. Now, after this, we go for advantages and disadvantages. Point number C. But before that, any query related to this difference? Very simple. So you have to remember example. This is very useful from the examination point of view, the orals point of view, where we can use which type of layout. Out of course, whenever mass production is there, we can use product layout. Whenever batch production is there, we can use process layout at the same time, group technology and fixed positions that when big component is there. And some one more layout is there which is not in our syllabus. Combiner layout, it is the combination of the process and product layout. These machines, some machines are in the lines, some machines are made the arrangement as per the process requirement. So this is the combinations layout. So conveyor manufacturing industry, the press machines are in one line, but machines uh, required for manufacturing booth roller pins, it is scattered. There is no specific order, and assembly and disassembly, that is also different. So this is the combination layout, which is not in syllabus, but for your knowledge, just I told this. The main things, fixed position and cellular, this is in your syllabus. Examples you have to remember. What is the core concept of the fixed positions and group layout. Now next points we go for the advantages for both. Advantages. Advantages. What are, what are the different advantages related to fixed layout? So here's less labor cost. This is the first advantages, and it is flexible. Means machines, etc. We can move uh, towards the component. Then saving in times, better for production planning and control, less material handling. So these are the advantages. The flexible, less labor cost. Then better production planning and control, less material handling. See that these are the advantages related to fixed position. Flexible means once, for example, one ship is there, we have made the fixed position layout, manufacturing is going on. Once that shipbuilding is over, then all equipment, machine tools, we can move to the next place where next ship manufacturing is going on. So this layout is flexible. Less labor cost is there because here automation is there. Labor cost is less than better production planning and control because in one place we are doing all these things, and less material handling because here If you go for mechanization, automation, etc., we have to install the conveyor. But here, no use of the conveyors. We can use the crane. Just we can put all this machinery to the next. So less material handling system is there. So what are the advantages related to our group or cellular technology layout? So this is useful for batch production. This is useful for batch production. Normally, this process layout or group technology layout we can use for batch production. Less material handling is there. Special purpose or multi-skill person may operate more than machines. So this is the SPM, special purpose machine. SPM, special purpose machine. Here the multi-skill person. The person those are working in the shops having a multi skills means he can operate drilling machine, planning, boring, heat treatment. So multi skilled person may operate more than one machine. Heat treatment also he can do. One man is there. He must have the knowledge of heat treatment, welding, cutting, inspection. So special purpose machine manufacturing unit, those are working having the multi skill knowledge is there. Means that person will operate all types of machines. In inspection, he can also do. He can go for the making the heat treatment of the job. So this is the advantages of cellular or group technology. Okay. Now, D parts, we can go for D parts, that is the disadvantages. Disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of this? First, related to fixed position, disadvantages, higher capital investment. So, higher capital investment is here. For fixed position, higher capital investment is there. Machine tools or the knowledge, etc. We will have to move for this. Then unsuitability for small and large quantity component. Not suitable for small and large component. Not suitable. So here the initial cost is very high in fixed layout, and this is not suitable for small and large quantity component. Here quantity is there. Quantity component. So component size is very small and quantity is high, even though we cannot use fixed layout. So this is the disadvantages of this. High production cost and high skill labor is required. So here production cost is high and high skill labor is required. More production cost and high skill. So these are the disadvantages of the fixed positions layout. So more production cost is there because here initially high investment is there. Because of high investment, production cost, because additional equipment etc. we required. Then this is called recurring equipments. Then it is not suitable for small and large quantity component and persons those are working in this area shipbuilding industry or the aircraft building industry, locomotive industry. Here, high skill is required. So these are the disadvantages related to fixed position. Now we'll see the disadvantages related to cellulars or group technology. High layout cost. Layout cost is high. So here the layout cost means we have to group together all drilling machines, milling machines, or any other machines at one place because of this high uh, layout cost is there. Changes are more difficulty. High layout cost is there and changes are more difficult. More difficult. If you want to make any changes in this, then it is very difficult because every time we have to lift these machines from one place to next place. Changes are very difficult. Standardized or new part difficult to produce, less flexibility is there. So less flexibility is there. Less flexibility is there. And cannot go for standardization. We cannot make standardizations or difficult to produce a new product. Means it is very difficult for new product. Cannot go for standardization, difficult new product, difficult to produce. So these are the disadvantages related to group technology layout. So higher layout cost is there because we are grouping all these machines. If you want to make little bit change, it is difficult, and that's why it is called less flexibility. Here we cannot go for standardization. Standardization means uh, the component will going to manufacturers that component having interchangeability means anywhere after manufacturing anywhere will get accepted. So this standardization it is very difficult under the group technology. If you want to manufacture new product, then it is difficult to produce because some machines drills are there. After drilling, some machines need to go for welding. Then we have to move this inspections, then heat treatments. Little bit difficult for new product, but old products are there. We can make a little bit sequence for this, but new product it is very difficult. So this is the difference between fixed positions and group technology layout. So up till now, we have seen the difference between product layout, line layout, and process layout. or that is called functional layout. Next difference, fixed position and group technology layout or cellular technology layout. Every time you have to make the diagrams, then examples you have to give advantages and disadvantages. So every time you can remember the types of layout by diagrams. After that, certain examples you have to remember. After that, by doing this type of layout, what are the disadvantages and what are the advantages? So by putting examples in your mind, definitely you will come to know that uh, this for this product we can use this type of layout. For example, I would like to ask you, suppose I want to manufacture a bearing, roller bearing, continuous production, escape industries there in Pune, manufacturing bearing standard product they are manufacturing. Everywhere, even in design data, you will have to see the codification of the escape bearing. So escape bearings, which type of layout normally we can use? Because the product is fixed, mass production is there. Okay, so whenever fixed product, mass production and standard product is there, always we have to make the layout as per the requirement of the product. Okay, so cutting machine, raw material cutting machine at one place. After that, forging machines. After that, annealing machines. After that, machining. After that, finishing, grinding, heat treatment, like this. So all should be in one line. Okay, so here product or line layout normally we can use this. Okay, shipbuilding fixed position is there. Okay, then if we are manufacturing certain gears or sprocket, different types of sprocket, different types of the gears, normally we can combining the hobbing machine at one place, shaping gear shaping machine at one place, then gear grinding at one place. Similar for sprocket, we can use the group technology. And process layout, as per the process, we have to uh, make the layout. So in this process layout, different types of crankshaft uh, manufactured in a batch, different types of engine heads we can manufacture in a batch. So whenever batch quantity is there, there is no mass production. Under this, we can use the process layout. So this is the four types of the layout in the industry. Every industry specific layout is there. Any example, for example, Bajaj Auto is there. Which type of layout? If you go in a rickshaw manufacturing unit at Aurangabad, there is the product layout is there. But if you go in Pune, the process layout is there for manufacturing the uh, your bike, etc. So if you go in sugar industry, again their product layout is there. If you go in a railway, the coach manufacturing industry, fixed position layout is there. If you go in the any specific heat treatment or press shop is there, or the small gears manufacturing unit is there, HG gears in Temburni. It comes under the grouping because they are grouping all hubbing together, all shaping machines together, the all gear grinding machines together, all heat treatment, case hardening and through hardening together. So whenever you will be in industry, first there is a need to recognize the types of layout. If you are not doing the specific layout for manufacturing specific product, then ultimately low production, lower productivity, cost will be more, and it is difficult to run that industry. So, in order to reduce the cost of the manufacturing, getting more production, less rejections, and if you require more productivity, then you can select the specific layout for the specific component. Then and then that industry will work. Very in short, always you have to think about production, productivity, and decrease the cost in the manufacturing. So in order to achieve these three words, less cost, more production and productivity, you can do the certain basic idea given in the books types of layout. Okay, so normally you can use the four types of layout. Once again, I will repeat and then I will go to the next point. So product or line layout means all machinery should be in one line. Process or functional layout according to the process, maybe your casting process, forging process, rolling process, extrusion process. According to that, the layout has been done. That is the process or functional layout. After that, we have gone through the fixed positions. The product is fixed and all the manufacturing facility laid down around that product. Big product unable to handle such product we can manufacture in the fixed position layout. Group technology, grouping all technological things means all types of machines, similar characteristics, we can group together. Welding, group together, all welding, from arc welding to the laser welding, group together. All types of bend saw, hexa, slitting saw should be one together. So according to that, we can make the layout. And they having the certain example, advantages and the disadvantages. This much points you have to remember related to this. Okay. So anybody having any doubt, you can ask. Then we'll go to the last part of this chapter, that is the selection of the material handling equipment. But before that, anybody having any questions, you can ask. No questions. So shall I go to the next or last part of the chapters, that is the selection of material handling equipment. So in industry, certain costs that is related to material handling. So you know that in moderns or the mass production, continuous production, normally mechanized uh, types of things are there so that material easily can move from one place to next place. Some of the industry having batch production, yes, we cannot go for mechanization. Yes, we cannot install conveyors because every time product natures, structures, designs will get changed. Fixed positions, we cannot make the continuous type of conveyors because every time we have to uh, change our equipment. We have to move this equipment, machine tools, or other devices to the next phase as per the requirement. So selection of the material handling equipment, it is uh, very important from the industrial production cost of view. If we are not selected the right equipments for right type of production, then your production cost normally will get increased. So which points you have to remember the related to the material handling? First, you have to think about type of materials to be handled, solid, liquids, or gas. So first point, So while selecting the material handling equipment, first you have to concentrate which materials that will going to handle either solids, liquid or gas. Out of this, which materials will going to handle that you have to remember. After that, layout and characteristic of the buildings. So the types of building is exist in their manufacturing units, layout and characteristic of the building. Second, layout and characteristic of the building so that we can think is it possible to shift overhead crane, is it possible to set conveyor. So in order to set the specific material handling equipments, we actually required the type of layout and characteristic of the building structure. Means if it is multi-stores, we can make use of the different types of the equipments for material handling. Lift, etc. we can use for material handling. Then production flow it is a continuous or discontinuous. Then cost of material handling equipment. Production flow. Cost of material handling. Production flow may be continuous or discontinuous. If it is continuous, we can use conveyor. If it is discontinuous, we can use overhead cranes. Cost of material handling equipment. If continuous production is there, and if you are not setting the conveyor, okay, then problems will be there. So here so you can think over the cost of the material handling, nature of the operations, handling temporary or permanent. Nature of the operations. Temporary or permanent. If you want to make it permanent or temporary, that also you will going to think. Cost also will going to think. Production flow in which way. Building structure also you can see. Type of material to be handled you can see. Then engineering factors like strain, structural strain. This is also important. Engineering factors, structural strain. Structural strain. Whether if you insert that load, then the bearing load bearing area or your the columns, beam, etc. will sustain the loads set by the material handling, maybe cranes, maybe conveyors, that you have to justify structural strength. Equipment reliability is very important. This last point, it is very important. Equipment reliability. Equipment reliability. Equipment reliability should be there. So otherwise, after installation, it will not break. Reliability means It can uh, keep his life for longer times. This is the reliability of the equipment. Now, selection of the material handling equipment also depends upon path, fixed or variable path, fixed path, all types of conveyors, monorails, pulley drives, or overhead cranes. Means path of material handling, this, this is also important. Path. Fixed path is there. Normally, we can use the conveyors here, monorails we can use, pulley drives, overhead cranes we can use. So fixed position is there, fixed path is there, then we can use the conveyors, monorails, pulley drives, and overhead cranes. Okay. Uh, I think there is still 5 minutes. 5 minutes is there for 11 p.m. because at sharp 11 p.m. Our the programs related to the birth anniversary of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's in order to attend this before 5 minutes, we will stop our lecture. Okay. So thank you once again to all of you. But here's I request to all of you to attend this program after 5 minutes, 11th early morning. So we'll stop here. Our remaining part will continue in tomorrow's lectures. Okay. So thank you once again. 11th a.m. you have to attend this program. Link will get through your CC. So before 5 minutes, we'll stop here. Thank you.